What's going on, everybody? Tanner here with another video. Hope you're all doing amazing. Recently, you guys have really been enjoying the videos, which I'm super happy about. So I want to continue to keep that quality up and maintain that consistency for you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about myself moving out and why I sort of regret it, I guess. I wouldn't say regret it, but I've definitely learned some lessons from moving out on my own. You know, right now I'm just actually working on, I can't show it, but I'm about to do a live stream for my private group for next generation e-commerce students. Every single Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, we do it because my student goal in sales is $10 million this year. So I'm doing everything I can to make that happen. So if you want to become part of the family, learn e-commerce from some of the top earners in the space, as well as get access to the community, then there will be a link in the description as well as in the comments. So real quick before I actually talk about why I sort of regret it or what lessons I've learned from moving out on my own at such a young age, I actually want to show you guys my apartment so you know sort of what I'm talking about when I tell you the story. So you walk in, you got this big hallway, and right here is my bedroom. There's nothing here because I'm actually washing my sheets right now. You come in here, closet, bathroom, you guys get it. You come over here, and this is my office. So I got a 2-bedroom, which is probably another mistake or lesson I've learned. We'll get into. This is my office. I don't really use it as much as I should. I've been using this more than anything just to sort of get some sunlight, even though it's super bright right now because of the time. And this is my living room and kitchen. As you see right there, the next gen eCom, there we go. And the air mattress for when guests come over. I don't sleep on the air mattress. And then my desk where I work at. And I'm sure some of you right now are thinking, oh, look at this 18-year-old kid. He was able to get his own place and now he's all spoiled and complaining about it, all this stuff. No, I want this to be me showing you and telling you my lessons and what I wish I did. For me, I don't have regrets. I know a lot of people have regrets, but for me, I see them as lessons. I know it sounds a little cheesy or cliche, but it's true. I'd rather learn from something and not do it again than to regret something and feel down about myself because of that specific thing. So of course, there's always gonna be those types of people that say they regret missing out on a certain investment. Like, let's say, oh, if I went back 2 years, I could have invested in Bitcoin and I'd be so rich right now. Of course, there's always gonna be that type of people, and now there's people that don't look for current opportunities and there's people that do look for current opportunities. And for the people that don't, whenever that opportunity arises and it passes and they miss it, then they're gonna be like, oh, you know, I wish I invested in that venture with Tanner, or, you know, whatever it is, whether it's on low scale or a high scale. So to be completely transparent here with you guys on my rent and all that stuff, how much I'm paying, since everybody probably wants to know. I always get questions about money for some reason, but I pay $1,700 a month in rent for this 2-bedroom place, and then I'm paying about an extra $300 total in other expenses for parking in the garage, for electricity, and for internet. So I'm paying over $2,000 a month to live by myself, and that does not include groceries and other things I have to pay for, like furnishing the place. I'm sure you notice I don't have a ton of furniture because it's expensive. Now, the way you can combat the objection of something being expensive is just to make more money. But the thing I've noticed for me, if I even make more money, there's just some things that I don't want to spend money on. The reason why I haven't bought a bunch of furniture is because I want to move out of here. I want to move on to a different place, and I want to live in Florida so I can claim residency there and avoid, you know, an extra probably 10 to 13% in taxes. So, you know, my grandma always wants to come over, but there's nowhere for her to sit or hang out really, unless she just sat in an office chair. And she's like, why don't you buy furniture? I'm like, I don't want to care or have to worry about having a bunch of furniture and then moving out. When I move out, I just have what I need. I have a bed, I have a desk, I have an extra desk and an air mattress, and it's good enough. But I'm living on my own, and I've had to spend a lot of extra money living by myself. And if I look back at it, what I wish I had done was just stayed at my parents' house. If I would have stayed at my parents' house, I'd be saving over $2,000 a month. And because technically I'm pretty much in the same area. I live 15 minutes away from the house I was staying at, my parents' house. I just now live in downtown on my own. But if I was staying at their house, I'd be able to, you know, accumulate this money and do the same exact thing I'm doing now. I was just a kid that always wanted to move out, move out, and move out. Now, I do love it here. I'm not regretting it. I just wish I did something else. And that one thing that I wish I did was stay at my parents' house, kept doing what I'm doing, you know, stacking up some money, and then bought something like a duplex where I have a tenant paying rent, which then covers how much technically I'll be paying per month, you know, for my side. So essentially, I would be living in a duplex on one side by myself for free. And it would be an asset. It would be something that would actually be worth something. For me, I'm paying rent, $2,000 a month. That money's not going towards me owning this this apartment, that money's going directly to the people that own the building. So I'm not getting anything out of this deal. Once this lease ends and I've spent X amount of money on rent, I'm not getting any of that money back and anything. I don't own any assets, none of that. It's just money gone, so I'm spending money basically just to borrow someone's place, which I wish I did not do. I signed that lease. I was so, I don't know the right word. I wouldn't say ignorant. I was just in such a rush to move out because I always wanted to move out. And literally the week I turned 18 in January, I got this place. I didn't even tell my parents. I was moved out. I sent them a picture of the keys, and they didn't really care because I told them beforehand that I wanted to move out, for the past couple of years. But I just wish I would have made an investment instead of putting my money into, I wouldn't say a liability, but it's like I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just technically losing money every month when I could have been staying in my parents' house or bought a duplex and lived in the other side. So what I would recommend to you guys, the biggest lessons I've learned from this is just to not make a big change in your life unless you have a planned strategy, that's gonna benefit you for the long run. So if I was in a duplex, I would be able to own a duplex that's actually worth money and still have a place to live on my own. Let's say, for example, if you want to move out or if you want to make some kind of big change in your life or buying a car or something like that, think about it. Is this going to be a liability or is this going to be an asset for me? Is this going to help me make money or is this just going to, lose money? When I first got this place, I wasn't even really working. I was still like in that lazy mindset and I was sleeping in late every day. I wasn't really doing anything. People asked me what I'm doing. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm wasting time. That's exactly what I was doing. So now I'm in a lot better of a place, mental state, physical state, all that stuff. I'm happy. And I'm just looking forward to growing and going to the next level. So, I want to move to Florida. And now it's like, all right, I got to deal with this place. If I want to break the lease, it's going to cost me a lot of extra money. If I want to stay here, it's going to cost me a lot of extra money and nobody would be living here. So, there's different options that I can figure out, of course. But it's just, I made a decision too quick. Pay attention to the fine details and make big strategized moves instead of emotional reaction moves. So hopefully you're able to take away something from this lesson. I appreciate you guys, all your support recently. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.